fucking keyboard keeps dying on me.
Imagine having a wireless keyboard.
Alright, so we are here today for our evening match.
Can you really call it an evening?
Sorry, night match? Whatever. Our 8 p.m. This is BB, formerly Battle Biscuits, versus Moshi Moshi. Unfortunately, we do happen to have a large number of subs and a few newer players on BB, so this is going to be a very interesting fight for them to have to go through tonight. In fact, I just gotta get my thing up here.
Good.
I'm just double checking to make sure that, sorry?
Is Oki spectating or something?
Oki was going to join in for some extra help if we needed the extra support, like subs and stuff like that. So,
okay.
I put Oki in as a spectator just for the time being. I told her she could actually end up staying. It's not a really big deal since she typically is a caster herself. So,
I'm joking.
and I now have. Ooh.
Let's just get this game on the road. I'll try to get back to my game.
Who's Meow?
Kingdom Hearts 2. Who's Meow?
Yeah, in
Pumpkins?
the Discord server.
Maybe kittens?
Oh, that makes sense. That would make sense. Okay, so we got
my only thought. That's my only thought.
Bunny and Bozo Bub. Oh, we're perfect. This is ready to go.
None other than not, Bunny is my party. So now to just BB.
Alright. And it does look like Kittens here has given me the okay. So our first map will be Oasis for our control. Actually, I'm just going to start this going here because it looks like both squads are ready to get this going. We're only a few minutes late, and I am going to pin our maps so I don't fucking forget them throughout this entire thing. So we will be seeing Oasis here first and foremost. For those of you at home, BB will be in magenta, while our Moshi Moshi will be in blue. Once we move out of control on Oasis, we will be switching into our hybrid, being Hollywood. Our assault will be Paris, escort will be Junkertown, and if we get a tiebreaker, we will be seeing a little Busan.
Okay. Nice maps, besides not a fan of Paris.
And already we're getting into seeing a little bit of a Reinhardt versus a Dive. Reinhardt, Zarya versus Dive. That's gonna be some fun. Although knowing Q on his classic
oh, he's on fire.
Farah.
Did he change his name?
He's on a different account right now.
Okay. I mean, it doesn't matter, he's T1.
Yeah, exactly. T1 plus, I mean, it still shows Q in the name. Oh, and we're going to see Doomfist start getting out and get some early poke going on here. The teams are all starting to push in towards the point, and we got the first battle starts going. Ooh, Alfredo taking first blood, getting kittens out of there. Bunny now taken out from Q.
Ooh, that jump.
And this was actually pretty good that Ivan was able to get out of that. He's got some pretty high charge at the moment in time, so he went down. He's probably one of the few characters in this game that benefits from actually just getting out. See, like he's back at 100% already.
With Daria?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And we already have our first, one of the ultimates online from Crymel.
I actually have never seen Ivan play.
Ivan is a brand of, so right now our
Ooh, take that Q.
Jay, Reeds, and Ivan.
Ooh, he's popping off right now.
Oh, and how about that?
Yeah, how about that?
Getting a nice solid couple shots off on that Mercy. But yeah, so the ones that are actually subs right now are
Kittens,
Rummel, Kittens, and Bunny. So Bunny is actually part of one of Q's team's orgs. Q, yep. So Q has graciously allowed us to borrow one of his supports. Bozo, Ivan, and Jay are all the new members to BB that they've reformed.
Sneaking around. This is just keeping the defense really nice.
Yeah, they're holding down this choke pretty well. I mean, to be fair, a lot of the players on BB have not had a whole lot of chances to actually end up playing together. Some of these guys are actually even from our tier 2. And all things considered,
This is bullying with wrecking going on. Ooh, you get picked up by the Motion just steamrolling off. So nutty. Ball is going off.
and it looks like Moshi Moshi does put a very convincing hold on the first point there.
Got them created just line dancing after the match. Love it.
Well, it's high noon somewhere in the world. Excuse me.
I'm not gonna lie, I do actually really have to respect the fact that, like, while it ends up becoming a little bit difficult for BB, both Ramali and Kittens being in the upper end of the mid-upper end of the tier 2 bracket, wanting to get a taste of what it's like against some of these tier 1s. Not afraid of this. Who?
Taylor did that. Except you went to too. Ooh, and Ash is popping off. How about that? Another headshot.
I wonder if that's exactly why they chose the name How About That. It's like, well, how about that? They're just popping off.
Probably that one meme. How about that meme?
Probably. Like, cash me outside, girl.
Yeah. How about that? Forgot about her. To be honest. Wow, back to team.
Alright,
we're
going
really
through
good.
the...
Oh, that has a really good position right now. They're spinning around the corner, so they can't let it
They really want to be able to find a way to try and contest that Ash. They're going to end up wanting to start making some big pushes. Although at this point in time right now...
Ash isn't really trying to contest it. She's getting dived by the run.
It looks like we are seeing some Brig for some backline control here. I'm wondering if Bunny Mech is, Bunny Micken I don't know. But if Bunny's actually has at any point been like, okay, this is how Q runs his teams. Let's try to do this to go against them.
Yeah. You would think
You get
like,
the inside knowledge, right?
yeah, basically. You see, you're on my team.
Oh, Q almost getting the hook on. Does evade it. Does evade it. Right now, they're sticking pretty heavily on this. Yeah. Well, they're holding that choke. I wouldn't necessarily consider it a spawn camping.
Yeah.
Out comes balls.
Yeah, they're spawn.
They're gonna want to start pushing through. Those things are gonna come active, and
Bob point.
I like a little heal on Bob at this point in time, while Briggs going in whole ham on this Winston, who just actually happens to go, who goes into Primal Rage just to have Hog blow him away. Is this going to be where they take a control? Oh, BB getting their stuff together, getting a solid push. Now they're just going to have to end up holding this. Oh, and now they're going to be doing a good job of kind of keeping that LOS outside of the range for everybody.
Ooh, that's stick on the...
Oh no!
Insane.
I wish I saw that.
Like this, so hard. It was insane. Like I've never seen that happen.
Alfred fearing no Brig, just kind of dropping, or Alfredo I should say. Now new set of mines on top of him, does get picked off by the Roadhog.
Almost trying to get in there, increasing speed, and get a couple bits. Thinking I win this.
Oh, and the Moth gets the res off. That brings back Hog, just for a little bit of stall while they're trying to get their players back into the ring.
Did you call Mercy a moth?
Yeah, I mean, you never heard of when...
Butterfly.
You never heard of the Moth meta?
No, actually.
That was when she first got the Valkyrie work. They just called her they called it the Moth meta.
I wasn't playing until
Wait, did you not play? Anyways, we do happen to have Whole Hog come out yet again, pulling all of them off of point. Hog keeping this point pretty solid.
Tested a lot. Been noticing that. Dude, that was just a bit how about that? It's on fire now.
Ivan is a beast right here. He held as long as he could, but he did an admirable job holding on to that. He was like able to keep that line of sight.
Holding that though.
Oh yeah, he stalled it long enough.
Yeah, he stalled it very well.
And out comes Barrage.
A lot of daggers going in there, and they end up all staying in there at once.
Jay is returning in as McCree instead of the Ash.
Taken down by the ball.
And we do have a couple picks coming on both sides. Kittens does manage to actually get, how about that?
Oh, much we got
Primal Rage coming out yet again. Ivan trying to get his bearings in place to get the swing going. He's got a good solid swing momentum he had there for a moment. Oh, and Bozo ends up getting drops right on top of a mine. It was unfortunate, actually, for that. Oh!
No red.
Jay Reed's almost, he had that headshot lined up, just didn't end up getting a shot taken in time. He almost actually ended up having that headshot on that Tracer after getting the stun. That was, it was lined up, the shot just didn't get taken. It was pretty solid round, actually. Like,
Good.
being that BB hasn't actually ended up having a chance to actually play together. They have like half the team right now as subs.
I actually don't remember that play.
So Tay, what do we got going on in Twitch chat here?
We just have people saying hi.
Well, hi people.
Hi. Hi.
Right back at you. All right, we're gonna have to get ourselves shifted over here. I'm gonna quickly do
And then next map is
Hollywood.
Thought so. I just didn't want to be wrong.
Bringing ourselves into Hollywood.
Who's paying the bills? Hollywood kids.
That's a hybrid, because I'm a derp.
Yeah, it is a hybrid. Ooh. Ow. Mm.
Oh, this is not going very well. I gotta lean forward for this one here. And we do have another person who's being brought in as a spectator only for the Moshi Moshi team. We do happen to allow captains and coaches and such to spectate, but only their teams, so we're going to move them into there. And both teams are ready, so we should be able to get ourselves started right into Hollywood.
Welcome to Hollywood.
Hollywood.
Initiating match.
So we will be seeing BB on the first first defense here.
Ready for battle.
Yeah, like a Winston and Rick on one side.
I don't know, I love this map.
Attackers incoming in
Yeah, me
30
too.
seconds.
It's very hit or miss for myself when I play
Yeah.
in the way of like wins and shit, but overall,
When it comes to the map
itself, I just love it. It was a fantastic map. Oh, and we're seeing some Sigma. We're gonna see Sigma Orisa. And we're gonna go with a hybrid comp on... Oh, never mind. They are swapping over to the ball. So we are gonna end up seeing some Widowmaker with Pharmacy.
Pharmacy with Victor. Interesting.
You needed a doctor?
Oh, and the first dive comes out. Does end up getting, how about that? Does get the first pick off on Jays and Kitten. So now the entire DPS lineup is out of the running right now for BB.
Got three by BB.
Alright, and they have been able to take a commanding lead over this first point here. Showing that dive still alive even before this next patch, so... Oh. Alfredo, thinking he's being sneaky, just got a couple of pops off from Kittens on Widow. Oh, and he ends up... Oh, he fed hard.
Very good. But, I mean, he did keep them from actually trying to make a push.
I mean, you know what? To be fair, Moshi Moshi already had the point. They didn't really need to push up too much further to begin with. to be the other thing too is yeah, he's already back, and Ivan taking him out immediately as soon as he dove in. How about that? Just looking for an angle, trying to find. Oh, he's hunting down this. Oh, and he ends up getting kittens real quick and clean. Oh, denied his hook. Meanwhile, we got Ball above them, taking out Jay's or Jay Reed's.
I'm taking care of you.
Ooh. Trying to get some code.
Yeah, he was trying to do some work on that Widow, but unfortunately didn't quite land the necessary amount of shots for that one.
We have kittens on doing.
Reno sneakily hiding around this edge, just waiting for somebody to peek out. He's just gonna pounce right into their back line there. He's just waiting for his opportunity. Never mind, he's decided he's actually just scouting and getting out of there. And if you're looking at Moshi Moshi, they actually have like a lot of positions here that are... Oh, they were going for the mines in and then using the Lucio to boop them all into them further. Lucio camping out on that bridge. I was actually half expecting something similar to that, except for I was expecting perhaps a Alfredo to go Primal Rage and just juggle them into the mines.
I've actually never seen that happen before either.
Oh, Winston's juggling people into Hammond mines?
Yeah. Grease is getting hard counted by us. Not really counted, but you can't focus a lot.
Oh yeah, well, you know that's gonna end up being a heavy hitter against you in your fire, right? You want to take out your heavy hitter, and and Kittens gets taken out. But how about that? It was a nice shot while he did his uppercut.
Looks like the dive comp is really working for next year.
Oh yeah, they're doing the dive comp really well. It's going to be interesting come this next patch next weekend too, because like, not that it's really buffing dive, but I mean the fact that it's nerfing the other comps and everything.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like wholly like one of those things where it's like, oh, dive will be the new total meta and everything. But I mean, if you can make it work now, you'll have a little bit easier time making it work. It's just more about the coordination. They do actually happen to get set up on the stage itself, waiting for...
Trying to get some feet. Poking out.
Moshi.
And he gets the mercy.
As he gets flung through the air, Jay Reed does actually get revenge on that Farah.
Getting taken out. Oh, he's AFK for a bit.
He was.
Getting stood there as the Widow shot in place.
Oh.
Looking up. Taking out the Widow so quick.
Nice. Kit is definitely getting value off of taking out. How about that? Really quick into their fight. I mean, they got 2.5 minutes that they got to end up holding this, and he's just going to end up wanting to hold this. Oh, he's going to want to hold this spot here, actually, right here. He could probably be looking for a halt combo, actually, with his Meteor Strike. Oh, does happen to get the pick on to Q as well. Ooh. Kitten's just... Now he's just going to want to camp... Along with getting... Oh, Kitten's here with a good number of kills to keep this fight alive. He is the kill.
He is the kill.
I'm like... I like being able to see someone like Kittens who's, like I said, he's in tier 2 right now, and he's holding his own against, like, the Moshi Moshi is, like, super high SR, Oh, definitely, no one.
There's still another.
They're difficult set of contenders here, and...
Oh,
that was unfortunate.
That shattered, but
Funny going in for the res. How about that going on the shots? Almost taking out Bunny.
He's getting juggled around everywhere. He don't know how to stand on the ground.
And with a minute left on the clock, Moshi does take their first attack run, or their attack run, with a little bit of banked time here.
That 101.
Again, for those of you guys who have only just tuned in, right now this is map 2. Moshi Moshi did take map 1. So we're at a 1-0
now. Well, for this map.
Oh, for this map, yeah. Well, yeah, we haven't done the attack phase for BB yet, but BB is in magenta while Moshi Moshi is in blue. Just as a reminder. Alright, so let's see what we're actually going to be looking at for BB's attack phase. They're going to actually... I mean, they're sticking with Kittens on Doomfist, which was a solid choice.
Doing the crew.
Oh, we're no longer going to be... We're now going to be seeing a Rhine Roadhog combo here for Moshi Moshi. And we got Q now moving over to...
junk.
Yeah, exactly. That's...
I mean, he's been killing it with his projectile heroes.
Umbra's now taking over Anna. Neither team looks like they're going with any Lucios
I've seen Umbra play a decent amount of Anna, but his Lucio is just insane.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming.
Ooh, can't even time that right.
And Alfredo getting a good chunk of ult charge on that first fire strike. He hit a good chunk of people, and Kitten's now trapped by the Junkrat trap. Oh, it's an unfortunate first pick.
Good.
They're doing this little dance between the main choke and that server room at this point in time, trying to get a feel for what they're going to be able to get away with, along with waiting for Kittens to get back. Although now that he is back, this is going to be their time. They're going to want to start pushing in.
Oh, the Lions are just going at it right now.
Oh, I miss seeing Ryan battles. Oh, and the hook almost ends up taking out Ivan in this one.
Ooh, the counter charge.
Oh! Mad Bomb with that in-air hook, and he's going to chase these guys down and try and just clean this up.
Ooh, that shot by True. Insane.
And out comes the tire. Does take out... Ooh, 2. That's going to stop the push.
Yeah, especially the main tank being down.
Oh, yeah.
They're just chilling in their spawn now.
Yeah, still 2 minutes. Still 2 minutes left on the clock.
Oh, no. Doesn't change the fact that they're in the spawn.
Both Reinhardts have their shatters. That could be the make or break point for either team in this fight. And we do have Alfredo's coming out first, counter shattered by Ivan. Oh, solid save with the bubble on Bozo and Rommel.
We're just going ramen.
Ramen.
Yeah, that's really ramen.
We call him ravioli, not ramen.
Yeah, I keep hearing ravioli.
I don't know where I got ramen from.
Ivan.
Yeah.
Saving yet another one of his heroes. Keeps his Doomfist alive. Meanwhile, he's just kind of keeping this like corner here, waiting for the payload to start pushing through. Out comes another tire. Taking out... Oh, only Ivan.
Let's get you back out
No,
there.
Doomfist is way too deep. Yep.
Yeah.
Saw the kittens getting taken out after that.
Damage increase. Where does it head?
And how about that is now taking a Genji. That's what I like to see. Now comes a grab, and they're just going to start cleaving. Get the cleave going, and this... Solid take from BB here.
Clean out the kills now. Pushing the payload.
This is going to give them actually a good chunk of space too, if they're actually going to be able to keep with this.
Yeah, and if you're probably looking for a hanging now.
I've got you covered. Enemy Heroes
Four ults at once.
And
5D. I don't know.
out comes Cold Hog.
They both shatter. And they win this fight, right? Not
BB's doing really well at this point. I'm excited to see this.
They're doing really well.
It looks like they just needed that one round to basically end up kind of getting themselves into like, okay, who should be on what, how we should play together. I mean, when you don't really have that synergy already pre-set up like Moshi Moshi here, it does end up becoming difficult.
Making their shot callers become, you know, he most likely knows what all of them play.
Dragon Blade takes one out, almost stopped by Jace here.
There's a Bobby on Lucy now.
Oh no, we got switching over to Anna. I think they're going to be looking for those nades and everything. Oh, and Genji gets taken out. Oh, that grab unfortunately doesn't happen to catch anybody. Kittens is taken out by that shatter by himself. Oh! Meanwhile, Ivan is still just leering away here.
See that which is unseen.
Nice little shot. Wasn't full charge though, so wasn't able to actually get a pick on that. And we're actually getting right into the final time bank that they're going to have any room for. They're going to want to be able to take this pretty quick.
What's on it from I'm really picking up in the street. I'm just getting like going to some food.
They are getting pushed back. This is actually going to end up making it so they're going to probably only have one more attempt in order to take this point. Moshi Moshi just thinking, you know what, let's just take the fight right to their spawn. Well, hey, I mean, you end up getting a picked here or there, right? Like, you've wasted some time, they gotta regroup and everything. But you can do it right at the point. Now they're backing up, they're giving them some space. Now that everybody's there again.
Yeah, man, I think he's wrong.
Oh, and here we got all the ultimates coming out. Here's the final attempt at clearing things out, and it is not looking good for BB as they're getting cleared out, and they're not going to get back to this point. Not in time. They're going to be able to take out Kittens before he ends up being able to trigger the OD. Oh, no, sorry, I didn't even realize Bozo was actually already on point. Oh, and the blocked shatter from Alfredo.
That was really good.
I gotta say, I've been really enjoying seeing the Reinhardt tank play, like between. Yeah, exactly. Like Ivan has been a monster. This was great for Kittens at that one point in time. Yeah, even before that, because before it started, he actually got the Pharah in that same room, and the Hanzo came to help the Mercy to get the res off. Unfortunately, it cost the Hanzo his life, the Mercy her life, and then he was able to get out and get an additional kill.
As I said, Kittens was owning that kill feed right there.
And it does look like both squads are ready. We are moving ourselves over to Paris. Everybody's favorite map.
Imagine.
And we'll see how they...
ban John.
Sorry?
I think we need to ban John.
Why?
Welcome to Paris.
Because you said Paris is best map.
No, I said everybody's favorite map.
Yeah.
Funny thing is I always end up having the controversial topic of I prefer Paris over fucking a Horizon Lunar Colony. People think I'm crazy, but maybe I am.
I sort of agree, though.
That you like Paris better than Horizon?
Yeah, because they're sort of similar. Like, there's only one choke you can go through, and then there's the flank spots that you can go through. Like, for Horizon, you have to get through that one choke point, and then you have to go. You either have the chance to go up on the high ground, or go towards where that mini room is.
I mean,
but this one's sort of the same way, because you could choose either to go through where the mini's at in the bakery to go to point that way, or go up through the police station. They both just have really bad choke points.
Well, yeah. I kind of equate this one, like, at least point A closer to Temple of Anubis. I think the main thing that people hate about this map, I feel, is point B. That one I get, because it's just like, there's not really much to it. It's just like, hey, here's an open spot. Do what you will.
Just sticking with the dive time.
Yeah, dive's great actually as a first attack point on this place here. Actually, I'm all for it. Meanwhile, we got Ball, who's just literally gone straight to point. Oh, never mind. He's now in their background, waiting for his time to dislocate them all. Now they've all.
Right on it. You can't just kill him. Get the ball.
Oh, and Q happened to have killed himself somehow.
Yeah, he was too close to the
Oh. How about that? Taking out Bozo. Meanwhile, his first point is getting pushed hard.
Trying to get it.
Their main thing here is going to end up being keeping these tanks alive. And Bunny's got some liquid. Gotta say. Thank you for letting us borrow Bunny here for BB.
Oh yeah! Boom!
That's 3 picks. Dude.
Sinistro!
Objective lost.
I think it's gonna go right through.
Objective B.
Wait.
Boom!
Barrier activated.
Powered up.
The icon versus full force, basically.
Yeah, it's kind of like a.
Yeah.
They do actually have to start going in with the dive. Out comes Barrage. It does actually happen. Well, I guess Barrage doesn't take Jay, but you got Jay right beforehand. Now both damage are actually out of the running right now. Ivan's gone, tanks are gone, so now there's only the supports actually to keep the point up. Bob here just to kind of try and secure. Now with May's got her freeze coming out. Interesting though, seeing a May die.
Yeah, I've never actually been a free dive.
I mean, it is working for them. They got an interesting combo right now. Moshi Moshi ends up taking point B with 4 minutes to spare.
Score.
And for those of you watching who don't know, Moshi Moshi took the last 2 maps. So it is 2-0. And they are in blue.
Initiating match.
And it's going to be interesting seeing if they continue on doing these Winston ball dives come the next patch, though, because, oh man,
That'd be
they're doing really well with it so far.
Yeah.
Some of their focus on where they're diving and everything is not quite what I would expect, but I mean, everything seems to be working right how they've actually been playing it out.
No, they actually have the race instead of Winston. Again, the crew. They're on fire.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
We got.
Hey, thanks, Sai.
Fine.
Alright, so we're going to be seeing some ball on the defense, making sure that there are no railings. He wants to get some solid bumps off of people. We got Reinhardt coming back. Q's now moved over from Pharah to Tracer.
One. Attackers incoming. Defend objective.
Otherwise, a very similar lineup, except we're also going to be seeing Rommel here on Reinhardt himself, rather than the Orisa. And we're going to see a classic pharmacy going around the corner here. He's going to be booping people off, isolating now people. Oh, but taken out.
Yeah, honestly, 2 shots.
How about that? Got some really good shots with both projectile and the hit scan. Their hit scan is doing pretty solid work too. No, how about that? Like they were playing Ashe and Widow and stuff like that, but also getting some really good shots with somebody who's projectile like May. And that does actually happen to take both of the enemy DPS out for BB. They can actually start using this as a way to start pushing in. Although their tank did happen to get kind of slept, and now we got McCree who's taking the front line. Hitting solid shot on
Lights out.
we will be seeing probably whole hog coming out on their next. Actually, like a dragon they'll have on this next. Like they're gonna have a good chance of
Yeah, they have
push in with.
5 volts coming out right now.
We'll be about 5-4, 4 or 5. If we're including Ryan, I mean Reinhardt's is.
Yeah, I was including
Then we're gonna end up wanting to. Fine, they end up deciding, and they decided not to waste any of their ults during that, which is fantastic.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
That means they still have.
Maywald with Mercy. And the wall right behind them.
Not quite a headshot on the Tracer. That actually could have been really good. His own May blocked his shatter.
Mercy, I think, was being stuck in the air.
This is not the end.
Oh, I must have missed that. This might be where they end up being able to take point.
Greetings.
I like the friendly Mercy wave to the ball on the enemy team as it pushed by.
30 seconds remaining.
Now they're gonna have 3 minutes.
3.5, yep. So they're already less. Yeah, they're already less than what Moshi Moshi ended off this round with. But if they can get themselves a second attempt, that might be all they need. They can actually just tie her up. Or
This part is gonna be really bad on the back part. The farm, they can literally right outside. So.
Jay getting caught out in the open from Q there.
And Hampton does get it out.
Heroes never die.
Pretty heavy antis there.
Yeah,
Jay hunting. And he solo ults his Mercy. That's that's so worth it. I love it. I love it.
It's a fight.
Get into position. If we are to progress, we must claim the objective.
And that shatter, I didn't notice who the shatter came out and grabbed, but now we got
This will improve your condition.
Blizzard coming out, and that might end up keeping the point held for Moshi Moshi.
That's crazy. They had like what, 4 picks or something like that.
Yeah. It was, yeah, but it was also that spawn spot is just being so close. You can.
Yeah.
Anubis is it.
Yeah, it is a great spot. You're just seeing Horizon right there.
Alright, and they're all going up and through the globe area. We do happen to have the slight high ground.
They go to arm.
Fredo using the statue in order to actually separate the two.
Down to the next minute.
Neither Ryan has their shatter. Rommel gets the best of the Ryan duel here.
60 seconds remaining.
Yeah, that's everyone on the third side is really good. Especially some of these players
Oh, for sure. I'm super impressed actually with a couple of secrets.
Oh, yeah.
30 seconds.
But because they don't really have like teammates together, they just kind of have crowds, just put a game together.
I mean, yeah, kinda. I mean, to be fair, like this team has BB has had a little bit of trouble in the last little while. They used to be called Battle Biscuits. It's no longer the name, and it's basically being like reformed, rebranded, and that's gonna be along with the shatter on the Rhine, like mines everywhere. This was the time when they were going to come out with all the ultimates. And it does see Moshi Moshi taking map 3 as well. Which does win them the series, and we will end up going to a map 4 for, well, shits and giggles. It's actually more slow for map differential, but...
Play of the game.
Oh, and Jay taking a play of the game. It's actually twice that so far.
Really thinking it's going to be the Reinhardt.
Oh.
When he got the 3 pick. Ooh. How did I miss that?
I don't know.
I didn't even see that on the kill feed.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. Well, our final map this evening will actually end up being Junkertown. Alright, so we are moving ourselves over to the Junkertown, and alright, and we are good to go. We are going to slot them into spectator so they can spectate red only. Perfect. Alright, let's get this final map underway. I love Junkertown, but it has been a bane of my team's existence for a little bit.
Initiating match.
They say that Blink is really, really quiet.
He is. I can
My
hear a little bit
like,
mumbly.
my mic isn't like really the best.
Ready.
Like $5.
It's really low, and sometimes when you're talking softly, it comes out a little bit more mumbly, I think.
Oh, my bad.
Oh, we do happen to have kittens.
Ooh.
Let's see here if we're able to get, because kittens did actually happen to have to leave.
Okay.
Oki can potentially, if we can actually swap somebody in for DPS, Oki says that they will be happily willing to swap in on a support, if Bozo or Bunny.
Do you want me to ask, or?
We're discussing it right now in game chat, actually.
Okay.
Ooh. Yeah. Alright, so hold up with me there. Maybe go through some of what you think some of your highlight moments are there for yourself. Maybe some players who stood out, or some interesting plays or something like that, while we're trying to sort out the potential sub in.
Definitely Q, and how about that? Kittens has also been doing it. Jay has also been doing it.
Yeah. But I thought the rule was we don't give like MVP something to the sub.
We don't have that rule anymore.
Yeah,
there was a poll.
I didn't know. I didn't see the poll either.
Yeah, it was a number of weeks ago.
I probably didn't see it.
It's the 25th of November when it was posted.
That was before my headset. I can't remember. Well, while we're at pause, I'm going to back to
Are we gonna see some Oki DPS?
Alright, so let's move in. Oki. Okay, so let's do a restart match here and see if we can actually get that there going.
Yep, there we go.
Get Oki in there.
So is Oki playing DPS? She's in the DPS spot right now.
Yep.
Oki's playing some DPS.
Some Oki DPS.
300 ping DPS, let's go. Hey, ready to see it.
Ready for battle. Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
Alright, let's see. I haven't seen Oki play DPS, so I'm actually pretty excited to see this one.
She's not bad at DPS.
I haven't got to see
She has a May golden gun. That's the most I've ever seen.
Oh, we're gonna see some. We're seeing some Bastion moves here from Q.
And then here's Oki spamming the melee baseline.
Alright, we're gonna get the pirate ship going without a shield. Okay, there's a shield in front of it. They've decided to go with defending up on the high ground. I'm not a big fan of defending up there, to be honest. Especially when you're going with Reinhardt. But, because right now they're basically giving a lot of free space here, like, and they're not going to be able to get their bearings until they drop down. And right now the D.Va almost got caught right out of position, knocked out of mech immediately. Reinhardt's now coming down.
But they're playing too. They're playing very brawly, like kind of comp.
Oh, and Jay gets hooked. What they might be trying to do actually is, I think what Oki's been trying to do is rise the Bastion up with using the wall. Either that or just blocking them off. When you got like the Hanzo and a Mei, great strat is to push the Bastion above that shield and just hook him, Storm Arrow, any of that stuff.
All that good stuff.
All that good stuff. Exactly. Primal taking out, how about bring back, how about that? I'm actually shocked to see that, how about that taking the Mara. That's Q's domain. What are you saying, what to?
Someone said, why did you not add me? This is an unfair game.
Why did we not add who?
Mage? I
I don't even know who that was.
Yeah.
didn't know either. That's why I'm confused.
Who are you in the Discord there, May?
I could join the game, but I didn't know. I don't know who they was.
They did. I removed them off of the list because I have no idea who they are, and I mean, we try to maintain at least people that are in the league and everything, so...
Yeah.
If they're in the league, then my apologies, I just... Oh. And we now have Jay Reeds as DC'd?
Well, it seems
we just don't, you know... Yep. Jay's gone, but anyways. Yeah, we just had no idea who you were, and we try to maintain, like, you know, league players typically are the ones that, get precedence. Yeah.
Okay, and chat, let me play support.
Oh, it looks like Jay has got back into the lobby.
Did you not hear me say that?
No, I did not, actually.
I said he's spectating now.
You quiet, bruh.
I'm sorry, people sleepy.
Alright, let's see if that works.
I think. I don't know.
Jay has got back in, but I am not seeing him select anything.
No, I haven't seen him. Oh, he's on some now.
There we go. Okay, there we go. That's unfortunate. I mean,
yeah, he lost all charges as well.
Yeah, that's the other unfortunate thing about when you DC and stuff like that in these games.
Imagine how much I go here. Damn, back to Bar gets the Is this better? If I hold my mic up better to my mouth.
Yeah, that's clear.
Okay. My mic, like, the mic isn't like a mouthpiece or anything. It's like on the the wire for some reason. It's weird. Alright. Sorry about that. Q said he doesn't know who he is.
Ready for battle. Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
Looks like we have a dive on the BB.
Attackers incoming.
Oh, we're gonna see a little bit of diving with BBA. All right.
We're gonna see some diva play too. Maybe. Get immediately wiped out.
Yep.
I don't think that diva's gonna work against the Maze. That's the only problem. Maze like literally in this spawn. Spawn them off. And the tree now is got the Honda. He's just spamming the shield right now. And they have a run.
Oh. I was actually hoping that as that ball rolled out, the Ryan would actually catch it on that charge. That actually would have been funny.
Oh, yeah, right.
Oh, and Ryan is now throwing to. I think this is just like the hey, we're done.
Yeah, I think so too. But Moshi's just in the spawn.
I must go where I'm needed. Greetings. Damage increase. White Saman.
I'm ready to see a shatter in the spawn.
White Saman.
I'm ready for it.
Hello.
They have a made lizard. They're in their spawn. Get them out. Let them leave your home alone. Ooh. They're just using so many ults, but they're in the.
Yeah, this is just hey, they're just gonna be like hey, we're screwing around.
Are you? Yo, look at some right now. They're just waving to the enemy ball. It's kind of funny. Oh. Mercy's coming.
Wait, where's Oki? Where's Oki? Oh, I thought I saw Oki on Genji for a second.
She was on Genji for a little bit.
I didn't
To
see
be
it.
fair, she moved to McCree and then she was on Genji.
I remember her on the crew. Never seen her once played again. But she hasn't played with her yet. It looks like Nate's gonna freeze the bridge, gets the headshot. Ooh, and it's sticking up by the line there. So
No one can hide from my sight.
I mean, they finally made it out, but they have a minute left, so I hope they can get this checkpoint really
Heroes never die. White Saman.
Bunny taking out her org leader there, Q. This map here has just turned into this shit show. At this point, it's just
It's crazy right now.
yeah, you know what? Sometimes it happens when things aren't kind of going too well.
Yeah.
And
Hello.
It doesn't
This
help
was a
that
little bit of
Ken's left, and Oki's a supportive
Your
main,
guardian
mainly.
angel. Your guardian angel. So got some.
oh,
Nano Ryan. And it gets Donna gets taken out, and JB. Sorry, I'm done with this.
yeah,
This game.
it is.
Oof. There she wins. Is that 4-0?
Play of the game.
It's a 4-0, right? $6,000, yeah, nice to Is that it for the day? I think so.
It is. So that does end up meaning that Moshi Moshi does happen to get a 4-0 under their belt. BB did actually have a lot of good plays.
Especially for having 3 subs.
For being primarily subs for the day and not really having any time to practice with one another. I mean, thanks to Oki, Ramali, and then Bunny and Kitten's attack for helping us out this evening. So, it was great there. If you had to do your votes for your MVP, who'd you be going with?
MVP, I'd have to say between how about that or Kittens. They were both popping.
Oh yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, you know what? I was in my vote was actually between Alfredo and how about that was for MVP.
So then we'll go with how about that.
So how about that seems to be pretty consistent between all 3 of us.
Yeah.
So how about that gets our MVP for the evening popping off.
MPV.
MVP? What did I say? Did I say MPV? Sounds like fucking some sort of STD. I want to see if they're actually even willing to kind of come into a game chat here for that. Honorable mention. I you know what? I think that since we were all agreeing, a Kitten's attack was nuts. My only other one that I would actually give him was Ivan, being that he's actually on the team too, because Ivan was solid tank for BB. Actually, him and Ramali ended up swapping a couple times. So he did mainly do a lot of hog. A lot of his hog hooks were pretty nutty, and he was able to stall out a lot of times to get his team back, like especially when it came to Oasis. And a little bit on Hollywood. But sending, how about that, a quick invite here. And then if we were giving an honorable mention to Moshi Moshi, who'd you guys have your votes go towards?
Q.
Q, alright.
Q's naughty.
Q is
or
naughty,
Alfredo.
Yeah. Alfredo was also.
You know what, Alfredo? Yeah, you know what, I'm a big fan of Alfredo myself. He his tanking was nuts.
Almost every fight he got in 3K with his rank. Like what? You're a nut.
Also, May you weren't looked over by a 2400. It was because we had no idea who you were. So how are we actually to say, oh, we're going to take this person over, we're, in our mind, we're taking a league member over somebody we have no idea who the fuck it was. There was no announcement of who you were as May So I couldn't care less about what your SR is. We have rules to do with things like account sharing. We have rules to do with things like mouse and keyboard and everything. When we bring in, if there's some random person that we actually have no idea who it is, we're not bringing them in because we're not risking it. There's also things to do with toxicity, to do with BMing and stuff like that that usually end up getting agreed upon by captains ahead of time. Not being in the league means that we can't actually end up enforcing any of our rules with you. So we are not allowing anybody who's not in the league to play. We had no idea that you are, actually Jay Reeds. So
he said that he is in the league. That Jay Reeds is his account, and someone else is on it.
Yeah,
so
see, that's where the account sharing is an issue. So that's going to have to actually be investigated as well.
Yep.
I do want his sword, for sure.
Well, didn't end up joining the invite.
He said is it possible to interview Q instead of him? He does not want to be interviewed.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Sure.
If Q wants to end up
But then
coming
Q
in.
said no.
Oh, well then, we can bring in Alfredo. Let's bring in Alfredo. See if Alfredo wants to. Actually, I don't have him on the thing anymore.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I was gonna say because Alfredo would actually be like, where I would have actually leaned more towards Alfredo being my MVP. Then how about that? How about that was fantastic and all, but I had to say that like Alfredo would have been my personal choice. But since the three of us all had how about that in our list, I thought that was the way to go.
Yeah.
But oh, and we have Ifro Obama just joining randomly in.
He does that.
Yeah, he does that.
Probably gonna get a message or something saying you wanna be calm, and he just left. Or you just gotta give it to something.
Not forget any.
Thanks, Mernke. I like the fact that you decided to pass along the message for me.
Sai says to check your DM.
Yeah, actually, I saw the DM. Thanks, Sai.
Any idea who Jay Reeds is in Discord?
Negative.
Right, there's Ivan. Bozo is toxic. I'm just sort of going through and finding out stuff.
That's fine. We don't have to announce it over through through our voice chats here. Oh, hey, look, there's a. Quickly get this guy here. Yeah, I got myself.
No, it's gonna be off for 12 days, sir. I can do it.
All right. Well, it looks like we're not going to be having anybody who's joining in on our chat here, so we're just going to end it for the day. We do happen to have. I don't know if we actually still have the game tomorrow night. I think there was a reschedule. It's actually happening for tomorrow night's game, but we do happen to have Saturday day at 2 p.m., Saturday evening at 8 p.m., Sunday day at 2 p.m., and then Sunday night at 8 p.m. as well. So come on back. We'll end up having some more games for people to watch and murder each other in. So thanks, guys, for hosting with me.
Here I go killing again.
All right. Have a good night, guys.